Mehta, the keynote speaker for this session, Chairman Emeritus Rosy Blue Alliance, and Mr. Prashant Mehta, founder of Triloksh Exports. The topic for this session is lab grown diamond industry's current landscape. This discussion will be moderated by Mr. Anil Prabhakar, a distinguished industry analyst known for his deep insights and analytical expertise. Let us all together extend a very warm welcome to our speakers of today.
Hello, good afternoon, namaste. So happy to see all of you here. But the question is, are you happy to be here? Can I hear loudly, please? No? Yes? Okay. Great, 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 great. So I know you are all busy people. There are so many things vying for your attention: unanswered emails, unchecked WhatsApp messages, missed call from your girlfriend. Okay? Vendor meetings, supplier meetings, client meetings. Yet you have chosen to be here. You have taken a decision to be here. Thank you very much. I appreciate, because in a time starved economy, getting people together is a challenge. So thank you very much once again. And hey, congratulations, because you have taken the right decision. Because when you go back today, you will be carrying with you some great ideas and insights. And if you implement those insights, they will definitely provide a direction and it will help you in your business. So, the month of August is very auspicious. It's not just a page in the annual calendar. And I'll tell you why. If you talk about spirituality, if you talk about religion, if you talk about economics, politics, in all areas of life, in all walks of life, the month of August holds a special mention and special attention. Janmashtami છે. Jai Shri Krishna. August also stands for, let bygones be bygones. Michhami Dukadam. Raksha Bandhan. And there are so many other reasons as well. We are going to celebrate the Independence Day. How is the Josh? अरे इतना feeble noise. How's the Josh? Okay, I'm movie old हो गई ना थोड़ी सी. Okay. So as I was telling you, August is a very special month. It is one of the best months, according to me, and it holds a special place in my life. Typically, in India, marriages take place during winter, November, December, and the union of two souls who love each other, they bear fruits in the month of August. When a child is born, and believe me, you look at the statistics, majority of the births take place in August and September. So each child brings with him or her hope, optimism, dreams, and each child is also a future consumer, and not just a consumer, also a wealth creator. August is also a month where you get the rain gods, they shower blessings, and you see greenery all around. So, talking about greenery, go green, green labs. If you go and take a round at the show on the ground floor, the lab grown diamond area is demarcated, it's coded green. Our beloved Prime Minister has called lab grown diamonds a green diamond. So, let me not go into all those details. August is also very important because, hey, IIJS takes place in the month of August. IIJS is this world's second largest jewelry trade show. And if I understand correctly, I think Sachin Jain was mentioning that the gap between the biggest show, and the second biggest show, that is IIJS, is narrowing. So, as I was talking about babies, babies are born during August. So before I do that, I continue on this line. How many of you were born in the month of August? One. Who else? Okay, great. What's your good name, please? Viral Shah and Nivedita. Okay, you are also born in the month of August. So, like you, there are so many individuals who were born in August. They inspire awe. They are many of them are. I'll give you examples from different walks of life. If you're talking about performing arts, Gulzar Saab, born on 18th August, he'll be 90 this year. The immortal Kishore Kumar, August born. The late Sridevi, born in August. If you're talking about politics, Nirmala Sitaramanji, born in August. Rajiv Gandhi, born in August. If you're talking about business, okay, the largest company in terms of market capitalization, Microsoft. Sundar Pichai, born in August. Now, Noel Tata, born in August. Then Sir Dorab Tata was also born in August. And lot of people, there is a lot of excitement about retail. So Miki Jagtiani, who passed away recently, God bless his soul, the Dubai-based Landmark Group, in India, they operate as lifestyle stores, born in August. So why I'm telling you all this? Because the individuals born in the month of August have the power to make a difference. They, with their personality and with their contribution, they inspire awe, just like a gust of wind. So the play on words, August. Incidentally, I was also born in the month of August, but I'm an exception to the rule. Okay. So as we are talking about the green diamonds, or the green is not just a buzzword now. It has become a philosophy, and the role of sustainability has been accepted, very well accepted, and people are working on it. So talking about births happening in the month of August, our publication, Lab Grown Diamond Times, was also born in the month of August. So I will not continue further. I will just now uh, tell you about the theme of our session today. See, we are passing through a tough time. That is why we have chosen the theme as comma in a sentence. If you see any business as such, it has its own ups and downs. It is never steady. So my contention is that if you want to build a business, you have to have a long-term approach. I don't want to elaborate because we have our keynote speaker, but just if I have to summarize in in Hindi or maybe in Urdu, एक शेर याद आता है, दिल नाउम्मीद नहीं, नाकाम ही तो है, लंबी है गम की शाम, मगर शाम ही तो है, शाम के बाद रात आएगी फिर दिन आएगा. So with these words, I think I have created a atmosphere of hope. And to take this discussion forward, I now invite Dilip Bhai to give his keynote address. Dilip Bhai, please.
Hello. Hello. Sasikan Bhai, where are you? Oh, okay. Anil Bhai Bhatt baitha cho. So, just want to tell you that, I am on Sunset Boulevard. I can see the night, but luckily I'm able to see the bright light behind it, which is going to be day tomorrow. And you're talking about, the hope and new beginning. So, it's interesting to be at this age to be able to see the past, and I'm very lucky and one of the few people who really want to look through the future. So ladies and gentlemen, I just want to actually discuss about many things. And good afternoon, I should say. It's a pleasure to be here with you in Mumbai, the city that has long been at the heart of global gems and jewelry trade. Today, we find ourselves at the crossroad in our industry, comma, in a sentence. We, with the rise of lab-grown diamond, with, sparking uh, s- uh, sparking intense debate and division in the industry. I understand that many of you believe that lab grown diamonds are the future. They offer affordability and sustainability and appeal to growing segment of the consumer who prioritize that factor. However, there is a concern that this shift could overshadow natural diamonds, which has been the bedrock of our industry for centuries. But I'm here to offer a different perspective. Rather than viewing this as a zero sum game where one must win and the other must lose, I believe that we have an incredible opportunity to expand the market together. The truth is, both natural and the lab grown diamond will bring unique value to the table, and when leveraged correctly, they can complement each other and help grow the overall jewelry consumption. Oh, I didn't get. क्या भूल जाते हो? May I have? Sorry about that. So, what do I see? And I'll just take a pause, to discuss this. We're talking about $80 billion jewelry, $84 billion jewelry business, and we are talking about natural diamond. And of late, lab grown has made its way and taken a part of business, which means, about 10 or $12 billion worth of jewelry at least is being sold only in USA of lab grown diamond. But I actually see, more than that. It's not the $80 billion and you try to eat from each other's plate. What we're seeing is we are looking at to grow the business overall. And I think it's very easy to grow our business to a $100 billion business as a diamond jewelry business. I'm not distinguishing lab grown and natural diamond. So consider analogy of airplane and boats. When airplanes were invented, many thought that the boats would become obsolete and model of travel. Indeed, air travel did take long distance journeys, but boats didn't disappear. Instead, they transformed their business into a luxury cruises, offering experiences that airplane could never provide. Similarly, in our industry, lab grown diamond may enter a certain consumer needs, but natural diamond can also carve its own space by offering something unique, heritage, rarity, and unmatched emotional connection. Let us take a page from the fashion industry. Ready to wear clothing spans from three segments: fast fashion, casual wear, and formal attire. Each segment serves a different consumer needs, from synthetic blend in casual wear to high-end natural fabric in formal clothing. Our jewelry industry can adopt similar approach. Lab-grown diamonds can cater in to more accessible and trend-driven segment, while natural diamond can dominate the market with timeless, high-value pieces. Both can coexist and thrive with each serving a distinct purpose. consumer trends, consumer behavior is dynamic. It's not what happened 100 years ago will continue to happen. And often shifting with a disposable income. So what do you have in the pocket, and what can you get for that money always remains a consideration. And these factors, create an emerging trends. The current concerns about China's focus on the saving and impact on the consumer spending are likely to be temporary. As their economy revives, we will see a return to the consumerism and driven by new trends and desire for luxury. Our job is to be ready with the right offering when the time comes. Few years ago, industry was extremely nervous when Apple introduced stylish smartwatches. Many of us feared that these devices would eat into jewelry business. While Apple may have taken a share of accessories and market, the impact on the jewelry was minimal. Jewelry remains a symbol of personal expression, sentiment, a luxury, qualities that smartwatch, no matter how sophisticated, cannot replace. This experience teaches us that while new innovation can shake things up, they rarely eliminate the demand for its uh, truly timeless, but forces people to become more innovative to match the consumer desire. Now, for those only in the natural diamonds industry, it's important to recognize that lab grown diamonds are designers' dream. They offer flexibility and the creativity, allowing designers to think out of box and create exciting new products, including accessories. These innovations should not be seen as a threat, but as an opportunity to enhance the industry and broaden the appeal. Finally, for those who are solely focused on the lab grown diamonds, I urge you to remember a principle that sometimes less is more. While it is natural to aspire to be the biggest and to outpace competition, we must also think about sustainability. Building a business that lasts and require us to respect the ecosystem of the industry rather than trying to dominate the market at all cost. A balanced approach will ensure the lab grown diamonds will contribute positively to the industry without disrupting the delicate balance that we have built over the decades. One second. Paritosh, I lost my page. Personally, I believe, that both lab grown and natural diamond uh, can coexist. They took it away. In conclusion, I urge you to see this moment of opportunity uh, rather than division. The rise of diamonds doesn't mean decline of natural diamonds. It means we have more tools in our toolkit to meet the evolving need of the consumer. Together, we can ensure that whatever it's natural or lab grown, the diamond remains a symbol of love, commitment, beauty, giving us the opportunity to create fresh product for every season and every occasion for generation to come. Ladies and gentlemen, I just wanted to look at this. It's a 10 carat natural fancy orange diamond framed in lab grown baguettes. They can really coexist. They look fantastic And the customer who got this ring finally was in awe. And he said, she said that I could have waited for this thing 10 years and you guys made it happen in 3 months. So indeed, I personally believe that, this thing will coexist together and they may be combined in future. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Dilip Bhai. I will call all the panelists on stage. Just give me a minute. So before I invite the panelists on stage, I would like to make a point here. Some positive developments are happening in the gem and jewelry industry. If you see, we have overcome the hangover of the Modis and Choksis. And if you consider in totality, what has happened today is it is not a crime to make money, build wealth. But today, jewelers are also sharing wealth. Just to give you an example, uh, Kalyan Jewelers, it was listed 3 years ago. The offer price was 80 rupees. It was listed below its offer price. And look at today, after 3 years, they got 10x multiple. So while Kalyan Raman family has got richer, people who invested in their dream and put money have also benefited. Look at Senco Gold and Diamonds. In 3 years, they have multiplied wealth 3 times. It was listed at 300, it has crossed already 1,000. And most importantly, today, jewelers are willing to tell their stories. Govind Bhai Dolokia, he has written his autobiography. Uh, Joy Alukas, his book, Spreading Joy. It has sold 15,000 copies. And for a business book, selling 10,000, 15,000 copy is a big deal. Look at Tanishq. Tanishq has also told a story. So my request to you, all these Surat entrepreneurs, go public. आप कमा रहे हो तो लोगों को भी कमाने दो. People will invest in your company. So with this thought, now I would invite you on stage. So Dilip Bhai, please take a seat. Prashant Mehta, please take a seat. Please come. Give them a big hand, please. Welcome them. Mr. Tony Mehta, please come. I think Mehtas have a majority. So for simplicity, what I have done is we have representatives from the back end, that is growers, manufacturers, cutters and polishers. And on the other side, we have retailers. See, today, India is growing and lab grown diamonds. People say, "Arre, chain stores have not come." So if you read the statements of Kalyan or Tanishq, they read as if same person has written it. There is no demand. Customers are not asking for it. See, that's where the difference is. Entrepreneur creates a market, but a corporate. So both are important. And I would really like to hear the inputs of youngsters. Uh, Nivedita, please come. Nivedita Soma. Then Darshan, please come. Give him a big hand. Prapanch. And of course, Prabir. Prabir Chatterjee, please have a seat. So just to tell you a little bit about these youngsters. See, today, the acceptance of lab-grown diamonds in the south is really, really fast. So she's from Hyderabad, he's from Chennai, from Bangalore. So you are in the August company, Mr. Tony Mehta. He has learned about diamonds from Chennai. Purus Wakam, huh? Correct? So, of course, you have his blessings also. So, he has opened a store in Chennai. And of course, Probir Chatterjee is a veteran, though he looks much younger. In fact, younger than Prapanch. He's quite senior. So we settled, and I would now like to initiate the dialogue with, we'll start from Prashant. So I was telling you that Mehtas are dominating. So Prashant Bhai, uh, I don't know why, but I'll tell you a funny story how your mind associates some diverse things. So recently I was in Corbett Park with my wife. She's a wildlife enthusiast. And we was having a very good time, but my wife wanted to see a tiger. Couldn't see a tiger. But I was enjoying the beauty of nature, lovely weather. And there were, of course, there were other animals. यार अनिल टाइगर किधर है वहां कुटे है वहां कुटे है quite disappointed. I said चल ना कल फिर से टूर ले लेंगे. So while we were driving back, we saw a Bengal tiger crossing the road. Majestic, huge animal. There are only 2,500 Bengal tigers. So I don't know why, but I thought of you. You are a Bengaluru tiger, man. You have the qualities of a tiger. You are a jigar hai, personality bhi hai, and you have created an empire. You know. So welcome.
Thank you, Anil. I think he's a master of creating sentences and aura around anybody. So I thank you very much for inviting me here. And I would like to thank Sasibai and other panelists, all these youngsters. I want them to take this industry forward. Uh, I'll just give you my background. I'm Prashant Mehta. I'm founder, promoter of a company called as Rajesh Exports Limited, and my company is the biggest jewelry company in the world, and we are the only jewelry company which is listed in the Fortune 500 list. Our turnover last year was in excess of $38 billion, and we are the second largest private corporate in the world, next only to Reliance in terms of revenue. And we are the only company in the human history who is 100% integrated into gold business. We have our presence right from mining to refining to manufacturing to retailing to wholesaling to exports. We process 35% of the world gold. We are basically refiners. We process 35% of the total world gold, and last year we have processed around 1,600 tons of gold. My entry into lab grown is very accidental. Uh, I was to retire, and then I was spending my time happily. I dedicated 2 years of my life. I wanted to dedicate 2 years of my life into for the industry, because I thought what I have earned is from the industry, so I wanted to give it back to the industry. So I was also the president of the Jewelers Association Bangalore, which is one of the oldest association in the country. We are pre-British era association. And Sasibai called me once that I am the chairman of the Lab Grown Promotion Council, and I want to create a seminar. I want to put up a seminar here in Bangalore. And I said, please come and we'll have one good seminar. And then he came here, and then I was interacting with him, and then I came to know about it. I said, this is a wonderful product. Why not we promote this product? And then he was graceful enough to appoint me as the director of the council. And then we are together since last 2 years, I think. And we have been working hard to promote this industry. One thing I'll tell, I'm seeing at the people here, hall is full. इतना presence मैंने कोई seminar में नहीं देखा है. What does this prove? This proves this industry is going to grow. ये इंडस्ट्री जो है इसका सनराइज इंडस्ट्री है, इसका अभी ग्रोथ होने वाला है. प्रभाकर जी ने एक लिखा है कॉमा इन ए सेंटेंस. What is comma in a sentence? We have come to a pause. At the moment, there are so many, Anilji, so many misconceptions about the industry. People say, अरे यार ये तो भाव घट गया, कल मैं किसी से मिल रहा था इधर नेचुरल वाले या जो भी है, we are not competing with anybody. That is why I've been telling to everybody, we have no competition here. नेचुरल अलग है, हमारा अलग है, सीजेड अलग है, सब अलग अलग है. तो कोई मेरे को बोल रहा था, बहुत खुशी से बोल रहा था, उसके मुंह में इतना ग्लो था बोलते बोलते, क्या यार अभी तो ये क्या हाई एंड सीजेड का भाव हो गया है आपका। तो मैंने बोला ठीक है सर, आप अभी इतना खुशी से बोल रहे हो हाई एंड सीजेड है, मगर आप कंज्यूमर के बारे में सोचिए। इंडिया में कितने कंज्यूमर्स है? 120 करोड़ हमारी पब्लिक है, उसमें से 50 से 60% लोगों को ये एस्पिरेशन है कि मेरे को डायमंड पहनना है। आप ये बोलोगे कि एक 2 करोड़ का डायमंड है, 50 लाख का डायमंड है, 5 लाख का डायमंड है, 10 लाख का डायमंड है, कितने लोगों की ताकत है ये डायमंड खरीदने की? ये जो है ह्यूमन इन्वेंशन है। ये इन्वेंशन जो है, आई रियली सैल्यूट द पर्सन हु हैज इन्वेंटेड दिस, and I really thank him from the bottom from of my heart, that he has done a revolution. He has created something and he has challenged the nature. He has created something which is so beautiful. इतना बढ़िया प्रोडक्ट बनाया है. It will be the aspiration fulfillment of any lady or for that matter gents also. तो ये जो है हम लोगों ने ये बनाया है, इतना बड़ा हमारा इंडस्ट्री का प्रेजेंस है, हम लोग इसको कट करते हैं, पॉलिश करते हैं, ब्यूटीफुल उसको बनाते हैं, जान डालते हैं, ये डाल के हम लोग इतने जो मिडिल क्लास के एस्पिरेंट्स है उनकी इच्छा पूरी करेंगे. शशि भाई ने मेरे को एक चीज बोला था, मेरा एक स्लोगन है कि घर घर डायमंड या सॉलिटायर डायमंड, जो भी बोला था उन्होंने, तो ये चीज जो है 100% सही होने वाली है.
प्रशांत भाई, ग्रेट पीपल थिंक अलाइक. यो कीरा डायमंड वालों की भी फिलोसफी वही है, घर घर में हीरो. So great people think alike.
तो
So here I would like to just pause you because otherwise I lose that point.
Please.
See, last night I was having a conversation with Dilip bhai, and you raised a very valid point, bhav ke bare mein. So what about diamonds have always, see, first of all, the problem with us is we always compare, and the main reason of comparison is store of value. So Dilip bhai, what is your take on store of value? You remember last night we spoke about it.
So let's kind of separate two things. One is wholesale price and one is retail. Question is, what should be the retail price of a product? I asked that question. When you ask this question to Europeans, the answer is, what would they pay? Is not what it costs you. It doesn't really matter what it costs you. You can have shoes, that will cost you $5 manufacturing, and you could be selling it for $200. Are you cheating a customer? And answer is no. It is what the consumer is willing to pay because you have made this product very pretty. Now, we talk about the store of value, and store of value is good for the consumer that is looking for a store of value. So when it comes to natural diamond, there has been a wholesale business, there has been peer-to-peer business, the market making. And when you have a liquidity in the market, automatically you have a price discovery and therefore, stability in the price. And that encouraged the jewelers, the retailers to give a buyback guarantee. And therefore, that became a store of value, especially in India. A bit is happening in China and Hong Kong also, and some other countries, but this is not prevailing everywhere. When you actually move, and so who is or who are our customers? When I look at a diamond jewelry customer in India, they're basically buying, this as a store of value. Okay. When you come and they are investors, they are not necessarily consumers. Okay. When you actually go to the lower price points, etc., and when you look at the, likes of Chinese, for example, or Americans, they're consumers. They buy today, tomorrow, they just like it, they chuck it in their drawers, and they'll buy something else. So there is a difference between the consumer and investors. As long as natural diamond people need to understand this, that regardless of what happens at the price at the wholesale for lab grown, it doesn't really matter because it is a product that people are consuming. When you look at the ready to wear fast fashion, what is fast fashion? You're $20, you're buying a beautiful t-shirt or a shirt. What is it made of? Nobody's asking, nobody's bothered. So what we're looking at, we are trying to box in lab grown diamond into, a concept of what was sold to us for 100 years, store of value. Let's look at that as a consumable product. And I think we will make our life much easy.
Very valid point. See, I would like to make a point here that price is universal. Everybody knows the price. But value is something deeply personal. Okay. It is all about perception. And why the luxury industry has survived is because they have created a value proposition and perception. So I will always like to give example from popular culture, and everybody watches movies. So I'll give you a short example. Many of you may have seen Amitabh Bachchan's Trishul. Uh, there are so many youngsters, they may not have seen the movie. You should see that movie. In the movie, there is a scene. Amitabh Bachchan is standing next to a huge building, and he's talking to the builder. ऐसे कितने का है बिल्डिंग 1 करोड़ डन डील हो गया सो द बिल्डर सेज माफ करना विजय विजय नाम रहता है अमिताभ बच्चन का हर फिल्म में विजय नाम होता है विजय साहब आपको धंधा करना नहीं आता है सो दिस गाय सेज धंधा करना आपको नहीं आता सेठ इस बिल्डिंग का मुझे आप 1.5 करोड़ भी मांगते तो मैं दे देता क्योंकि ये बिल्डिंग मेरी माँ ने ईंटें उठाई हैं पसीना बहाया है सो इट इज वैल्यू का कोई इसका मोल तो अनमोल है कीमत कोई मायने नहीं रखती तो एक शायराना अंदाज में अगर कहा जाए तो अब के हम बिछड़े तो शायद कभी ख्वाबों में मिले जिस तरह सूखे हुए फूल किताबों में मिले तो एक महबूब या महबूबा ने आपको फूल दिया वो आपने किताब में रखा सालों बाद आप जब खोलते हो तो उसकी कोई कीमत है लेकिन उसका मोल जरूर है बस इतना ही कहूंगा और ज्यादा तो नहीं कहूंगा लेट्स मूव ऑन टू टोनी सर सो टोनी भाई you have a fairly integrated business model but you are not coming to the retail. So that's a separate matter because we have so many people. Maybe you will invest in one of their companies, but that's a separate thing. Uh, what I would like to know from you that you are a global operator. You have multiple offices all over the world. So what is the learning in the last 2 years uh, in favor of the industry? Today, what has happened is rightly said by Prashant Bhai that so many people are confusing. Just to give you an example, see at IIJS, so many people have come. There are people from DBS, from Alrosa, there are analysts, and everybody is here and they are trying to confuse people. They say this my presentation is about natural diamonds. 10 minutes in their presentation, they talk about lab grown. तो कोई भी चीज झूठ अगर 10 बार कहा जाए तो 11वीं बार जब सुनता है तो कंफ्यूज हो जाता है या फिर उसका माइंड चेंज हो जाता है सो जस्ट टेल अस सम पॉजिटिव डेवलपमेंट इन द लैब ग्रोन डायमंड इंडस्ट्री अराउंड द वर्ल्ड
Hi. I would say many of the points are covered actually right now
ओके
within this session actually.
हाँ
But then also I would say like that, like you said and like Dilip said, this diamond is for the mass. Gargar diamonds, like you said. It is for the mass public, affordability, and obviously it is always going to stay because a diamond is a diamond. This diamond is only grown over the earth
ओके
and natural diamonds are under the earth. That is the only difference between these two diamonds. So obviously, these diamonds are always to stay here. It is going to exist. And lab grown diamonds are affordable. So it's going to be for the mass public and everybody is going to buy this diamond. So, and again, when you said just now, there's a lot to do with emotions also. So emotionally also, it can create value over a period of time. So if I would say Dilip, I would answer this question very well that even De Beers or everyone, whenever the diamond was mined in the past years, it has created tremendous growth in value. Otherwise, that diamond value also was much, a lot more cheaper than what it is even today. And with the lab grown diamond shine, yes, you are seeing what has been having historical situations today with the diamond industry. Obviously, it's a challenge for the natural diamond industry also. So That's going to make a difference. But yes, India is today an emerging market, and the affordability is there for the mass public. We have a huge population and potential. So I see lab grown diamonds growing much, much more further, and a huge revolution coming in for the lab grown diamond business.
Thank you. So now we'll take a retail perspective. We'll start with Nivedita. See, Nivedita has a very interesting background. She's a computer engineer. She studied computer engineer. Her father is in hospitality. Her husband is in confectionery, but she chose jewelry. So that's your background basically. So what I want to know from you, these guys are all, they believe in volumes. Okay, they're saying it's a mass product, but some people feel, hey, it's a luxury because see, the manufacturing mindset is produce and sell. But how do you build brands and create value? So, what are your views? Can you share with us?
Yeah. Hi everyone, I'm Nivedita. So basically, I'm a computer science engineer, as he said. I also am a gen millennial, I would say, this generation who doesn't just think jewelry as an investment. I think jewelry as an accessory. For me, lab grown diamonds is such an amazing invention of a human being, like technology in jewelry. Lab grown diamond is made so much difference according to me, because when i when I earn some money, I don't want to just put in one thing, like one investment, like just in jewelry. I want to do experiences. I want to buy branded bags. I also want to invest a little bit in my share market and also buy a jewelry. So for me, lab grown makes a lot of sense. Okay, so like me, I have so many friends of mine and so many people around me who also believes jewelry as an accessory. So for us, lab grown has made so much difference. So I would say natural diamonds is forever. Lab grown diamonds are forever and for everyone. So yeah, and
So, Nivedita, just I'll ask you a pointed question. So, do you think that lab growns are for masses? Or you feel that,
it's
it all depends
personal.
on the jewelry and it can be for masses also, for the
It's
classes also?
personal, like Dilip ji said, we should go hand in hand. See, I want to make a beautiful piece with different sizes and shapes of diamond. Then I would take one piece, one big piece of natural diamond, and I want to accessorize it around lab diamonds with different shapes and sizes. Then it's personal choice, right? It's how I want to make it. So it's all personal, how much you want to invest and how beautiful you want to create your jewelry. I'm a designer myself, so it gives a lot of scope for jewelers to create and develop jewelry. That is what I think.
Thank you. So, Darshan,
Uh,
you also have a very interesting background. Nobody is in the jewelry business as far as your family background is concerned, and you opened a wonderful store. And the what I liked about your store was the location. So, share a little bit on that. And if you remember, we spoke a few days back, and you said something about the prices. So, I want you to your answer should be shorter than my question. Okay. So, what I'm trying to ask you, you talk about little bit about the location. How has your experience been so far? Do you think that you are in the wrong business? And thirdly, okay, uh, thirdly, what I want to know is about the prices. You said no, there is a confusion in the prices. So
True, true.
please summarize all
All
three
right.
together.
Hello, everyone. I'm Jayadarshan Manimaran. I'm a first generation jeweler. So I have zero background in jewelry at all. I've lived in the UK for 5 years, done my master's in finance, returned back home and was looking for a good business opportunity. Then later, one fine day, I just discovered lab grown diamonds and I just Googled it and I was like, this can't be real, right? How can a diamond be made in a lab? So my mom's a short history. My mom's an aggressive diamond jewelry buyer. So I took my mom to a close by lab grown store, just asked her one question: do you like the designs? Do you find any difference between a natural piece and a lab grown piece? And absolutely not. So that was my eureka moment to start a store for myself.
So
So
are you breaking even? Are you making money?
I've been breaking even for the last 8 9 months,
Okay.
and it's been a very interesting journey.
And what about the price confusion? Does
No,
consumer come and ask you about the falling prices?
absolutely not. So I believe the prices the consumers are willing to pay is exactly what it needs. And the branding, the storytelling, the aspirations of the women needs to be triggered, and they'll be ready to pay even 50,000 per carat. I feel that's end of the
No,
day is
people
going to
are
start.
charging 50,000 per carat.
End of the day,
They
that's
are. Yeah.
yeah. So it can be done in that way. So prices are absolutely not bothered by the customers at all in the consumer point of view. Whereas the resale and the whole those promotions are there, where the customers want to know what exactly is going to be the future of lab grown diamonds, right? End of the day, we need to educate the customer that these lab grown diamonds are not an investment in my, I think anyone's, right? It's not an investment at all. It's an accessory, as Nivedita told.
It's a
So
bling.
sorry.
It's a bling.
Bling.
So
True. So if we educate the customer the right mindset, and moreover, what I really like about this lab grown diamonds, there's endless opportunity for design. There's absolutely zero limitations for the design aspect. Say, upper middle class women like my mom aspires to wear something like Radhika Merchant's necklace, right? It wouldn't have been possible 5 to 6 years back, and now that can be possible in like 10, like a couple of lakhs, right? So I totally believe that is a really empowering all the women out there who can aspire for whatever designs they can. So I feel that's one
Thank
thing.
you. Very valid input. Prapanch. So he's a very brave man, recently, he has come out with a digital campaign announcing 100 crores in 100 weeks. Okay. And I met him less than a year back. He had only one store, that also on the first floor. I said, who opens a store on the first floor? And it is quite huge. So ROI aega ki nahi? I was little confused. A few months down the line, he opened a store in Chennai. He went to Assam. So what is all this? I mean, what is what are you actually trying to do, and what how exciting has been your journey? Please share with us.
Thank you. Thank you so much for the question. So for me, I think very similar to the youngsters here, it's an extremely relatable product. The fact that a lab-grown diamond is accessible, and that's I think one of the pillars of how Rhea as a brand started as well. Um, but but yeah, I can understand why you would see that like we're all over the place right now. But I think operating in a market in today's day and age, as you were talking about masses, as you were talking about premiumization, as you were talking about luxury, I think the lines are very blurry right now, right? So for someone like Prashant sir, who's done so much, he was just talking about like his company. Luxury is very different from someone like me, right? Like for him, a holiday is very different from what like a luxury holiday for me would be, right? So with this blurry line of where masses are, where luxury is, where premium is, I think we are trying to figure out which exact part of this business is the right way to go about, right? And there's so much of learning. So we started our first store in July last year. This July, by the end of this July, we started two more stores. So as a startup which is just 1 year old, we were able to explore three different markets, which was a great opportunity for us, and there was so much learning. So we started off thinking that just Bangalore, Mumbai, Chennai, the metro cities are the only places where acceptance of lab grown diamonds is. But I stayed for about 3 years in Bombay before I started our first store in Bangalore. And at that point of time, I was doing a little bit of B2B where I would supply to other cities as well. And that's when I realized that the tier two market is just massive. I mean, the amount of people who accept lab grown diamonds there is crazily insane, where you wouldn't expect that the tier two market would accept it. So Guwahati is where like our third and last store was opened very recently, just a month and a half old. But the acceptance there has been excellent, like probably even better than like Bangalore in its initial stages. Maybe the time gap also plays a role. But I think what we have realized as a brand is that in lab grown diamonds, like everyone probably agrees here. I'm probably just saying the same thing in a different word, but it's all about the brand today, and how do you make sure you give customers what they want, right? Like the minute you're able to give a customer what they want, then they're willing to pay for it too.
So let
So
me provoke you a little bit. See, you opened so many stores. I guess you appointed franchises. So you're doing business on other people's money. So what happens if something goes wrong? Then what credibility? Do you have a backup plan? Or what is your perspective?
sure. So we are trying to mitigate risk in whatever way possible. We've decreased inventory, and we've increased our inventory turnover ratio quite a bit. So we're also learning a lot. So our first store in Bangalore, we started off with like significantly higher inventory than that was required. We had a lot of back stock, which was not like having skin time, right? Like, so for us now, skin time has become a very important part of what we do. Essentially, how long is a product being touched or felt or seen by a customer, right? So when products are not being accessible by customers, even though it's in the same premises, we didn't see the requirement of keeping that much backstock. So we've been optimizing and mitigating risk wherever possible. And I think keeping our plans in mind and our goals in mind, I think the franchisee investors that we've been working
So
with are
other
happy.
than Bangalore, all other franchises?
Even Bangalore is a franchisee.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Okay.
even our first store was a franchisee.
So you're a good storyteller and a salesman as well. So I think these three people deserve a huge round of applause. They are putting money where their mouths are. So thank you.
Also put a point here where I want to say that lab grown diamonds are not accessible in tier 2 and tier 3 cities yet. We should actually promote that more because people want to buy it when they can see, touch, and feel. Otherwise, they watching on TV or screen, people can't understand what lab grown is unless and until they see it and touch it and feel it. They're not ready to buy it. So, but we are very there is a gap between reaching the target audience and us. Like we are not reached tier 2 and tier 3 cities yet. That should be our
So there is a
focus.
potential
There
in.
is a huge potential there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
to add on, when we started our Bangalore and Chennai store, we thought we should look at the metro cities, focus on Bombay, focus on Delhi, just assuming that acceptance of lab grown diamonds is better here. But then when we got an opportunity to start a store in Guwahati, and when we actually started talking to the customers there, we did realize that the tier 2 market is also massive. Bhopal, Indore, Chandigarh, Coimbatore, I mean, all these markets are very, very accepting of it. And today with digital acceptance also available everywhere, everyone's aware of lab grown diamonds. You don't need to start educating them. One thing we did in our Bangalore store, Anil sir, I think you've also seen it, we spent about 100 square feet of retail space, which was a risky move to make at that point of time, in just a section where we educate customers about lab grown diamonds when they walk in, right? So everything from the seed to different stages of the lab grown diamond, we kept like physical pieces there for us to educate customers. But lately we are seeing that, like, at this point of time, we don't need to invest that much space anymore, because customers who walk in kind of already know that lab grown diamonds are this and they want lab grown diamonds.
I have a question for you retailers.
Sure.
That basically, do you specify or do you have a segregation or do you use only CVD diamonds which are grown in India or even HPHT diamonds?
So
Why? Because CVD diamonds are always kind of pen test diamonds. With the pen test, always CVD diamonds say it's a diamond, and HPHT diamonds do not say it's a diamond. It shows as monzonite.
Yeah.
So I have a question for you retailers. What is popular in India? Lab grown diamonds, CVD or HPHT?
I'll take it from my perspective. We've had a very small single-digit percentage of customers maybe inquiring if it's CVD or HPHT, right? So we do.
They are not educated. It's not
They're
a
not
mature
educated.
market yet.
Fair enough.
But my question is that what do you all prefer as a retailer to promote?
For me personally, it's depending on the size of the diamond and the location that we're looking at. So depending on what quality it is that we're looking at, and like the star melee diamonds and like all of that, we take a call as such. It's usually a mixture from our perspective as such. Sometimes we do HPHT treated diamond, although it might be a original CVD diamond. So it's a mixture. But I think just because we want to stick to the Indian, we believe in the Indian philosophy, so we want to stick to CVD because of that a little bit more than HPHT as a retailer, right? That's more of a personal thing rather than the customer's perspective.
I like to answer your question. So March 2023 was the time we started our store, and my advertisements were like South India's first CVD diamond store was my advertisement.
Great.
So the challenges I like to bring forward to you is basically, the labs that certify CVD or HPHT, right? I think they themselves are not clear of exactly what is. That is to be that.
They are
That
very
was a big.
clear. The lab can always segregate what is HPHT diamonds and CVD.
Depending on the fluorescence, I believe. No?
Absolutely. They can comfortably segregate whether it is a HPHT diamond or a CVD diamond.
Okay.
So
Should we?
basically, all these youngsters, I appreciate, and I'll come to you just a minute. It's not just in South India that youngsters are opening stores. We have two cousins here, Nishit and Anand. Please stand up, say hi. So these two guys, they also do not have any background in jewelry. Okay, their father is into ready-made garments and all that. They started their store less than a year ago in Bandra. Now they are opening a second one, 1,000 square feet in Chembur. Give them a very big hand, please. Thank you, thank you. So, Prabir, you are the last speaker of the day. So now you are a veteran. You build brands like Adora, and in the lab grown also you are a silent operator. You started selling to customers one on one. Then he used mobile marketing. Now he is manufacturing diamonds for on the occasion of Raksha Bandhan, and he stores his jewelry. If you walk into Shoppers Stop, you will find the counter. So he has a very interesting story to tell. He knows the product, he knows the marketing, he knows the technology also. So please, you are the last speaker of the day. Take as much time as you want.
Okay, let me just tell you one thing. As Dilip Bhai has always said, for me, actually, lab grown diamond and mine diamonds are like siblings. They are from the same mother, that is carbon, and they shouldn't be fighting with because other industries will take advantage of that. So, first of all, we should be very clear that there is no competition between mine and lab grown. Both have to create value to get value, as you rightly said, Dilip Bhai, that even a 5 rupee shoe you can sell for 200. It applies for both. So that is one take. What our industry needs, like Mr. Prasad Kapre is here, he is one of the main person who's actually grown the diamond jewelry business with De Beers.
Please continue.
Okay, with the launch of Nakshatra. Similar concerted effort is required in the lab grown diamond jewelry segment also.
आपको तीनों को बुला रहा हूं.
I think we as an industry, if we can really take it forward, it'll make a lot of difference. Remaining, it's a learning stage, as Anil rightly says, that it's a comma. But that comma is because we create confusion. What is HPHT? What is CVD? Too much of education to the customer also will create confusion for them. So let us be internally very clear what to market, what not to market. And what should we create value proposition on within the industry instead of trying to educate the customer like what is an HPHT and what is a CVD. Let us create value propositions for them and tell them why they should buy diamond jewelry and what is the value towards it. It can be an emotional value. Investment should not be the value proposition because jewelry is never an investment. Investment grows the income. Jewelry only has what? It has a resale value. It is the only product in the market, whether you talk about a mobile phone or anything, only jewelry has a resale value. It's not an investment. So these are a few takes I think we should understand, and we should create a retail as well as the whole supply chain based on this and give value to the customer. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Now I have a pleasant task to perform, and I would like to invite Shashikant Dalichan Shah, Rajesh Bajaj, and Reena Shukla on the stage, please. Please welcome them with a big hand. So before I request Shashi Bhai to take the proceedings further, I would like to say two things, two words about Rajesh Bhai. Aaj aaiye. See, this man, he speaks very little. He's always smiling. तो इनकी मुस्कुराहट जो है वो हमेशा बनी रहे. बहुत व्यस्त रहते हैं, बहुत व्यस्त रहते हैं और मुझ पर भरोसा करते हैं. अगर इनके पास समय होता और मुझ पर भरोसा नहीं होता तो लैब ग्रोन डायमंड जो मैगजीन है उसका एडिटर कोई और होता. So give them a big hand. And another thing which I want to tell you is, to be very honest, we are really passing through a bad phase. But at lab grown times, we believe in relationship. And when we are talking about relationship, business or personal, it compounds over a period of time. So in a relationship, you have to invest and be willing to give more than what you expect. So today, ladies and gentlemen, our magazine is running at a loss. So why are we celebrating a loss? Because we see the future. We need your support. We want you to subscribe. We want you to give feedback to us. And of course, advertising is always welcome. Thank you. Shashi bhai, you take the proceeding.
Before summing up, I would say a big thank you to Prabhakar, Shashikant Bhai, Reena, and Mr. Bajaj for putting so much effort to promote lab grown diamonds. I would say basically this is to put everyone together. It's a big task also. You all have been working very hard on this. So thank you very much to put everyone together and promote lab grown diamonds. Thank you.
Thank you.
जय हिंद, जय महाराष्ट्र। नमस्कार। आज हम सब यहाँ पे इकट्ठे हुए हैं। आज सेकेंड एनिवर्सरी है लैकबोर्न डायमंड मैगजीन्स की। उसके पहले एक बात कहना चाहता हूं। भाइयों और बहनों, जिंदगी बहुत खूबसूरत है। जिंदगी बहुत खूबसूरत है, हमें जीना नहीं आया। नशा हर चीज में है, हमें पीना नहीं आया। न कि नशा बॉटल का। बॉटल में नशा होता तो खुद नाचती। आज हमें जो नशा हुआ है, आप सबको देख के आपके मुख पे जो मुस्कुराहट और लैबगोन डायमंड इंडस्ट्री का फ्यूचर इन एक्सपोर्टर के पास सुन के, इन रिटेलर्स के अनुभव से जो फ्यूचर हमें दिखाई दिया है, हमें कहेंगे जिंदगी बहुत खूबसूरत है, हमें जीना भी आया है, हम इन सबके साथ और आपके साथ नशा करना भी आया है। लैबगोन डायमंड की डिमांड थी, है और रहेगी। किसको कितना काम करना है वो अपने पे है। इसका कोई अंत ही नहीं है, क्योंकि डायमंड ही है। आज सेकेंड एनिवर्सरी ऑफ लैकबोर्न डायमंड मैगजीन, जो लैकबोर्न डायमंड काउंसिल का एक इनिशिएटिव है, और राजेश बजाज और वीना शुक्ला की मेहनत से 2 साल हमने बहुत अच्छा काम किया है और बहुत अच्छा हमको प्रतिसाद भी मिला है। इस उत्सव पे मैं राजेश लखानी भाई को बुलाता हूँ, महेश भाई सोनानी को बुलाता हूँ, प्रसाद कापरे को बुलाता हूँ कि हमारे साथ आइए, लैकबोर्न डायमंड का सेकेंड एनिवर्सरी के अंदर जश्न मनाते हैं। दिलीप भाई आओ, प्रशांत भाई आइए आओ, दिलीप भाई आगे
Aja,
Congratulations and many happy returns.
sorry, I had to cut you short.
आप आइए ना सर।
Speech में थोड़ी
मुकेश भाई, महेश भाई,
Talk so much of the industry.
Background here, yeah.
passionate.
लो। थैंक यू दिलीप भाई मेहता,
Thank you.
थैंक यू टोनी भाई मेहता, थैंक यू प्रशांत भाई मेहता, And my youngsters team, I'm very thankful to you, your initiative and your smartness in the marketing of Black Gold Diamond in India. Your future and our future is too bright. Thank you very much.